They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check. Watch 54.
Watson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Okay, don't get nervous now.
Throwing again is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7. Dave Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
To throw is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Sherrills to return it. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
19 yards. And the Texans, 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start the drive with Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They go play action here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This is Miller. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Now a play fake here on first down. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
First down, here's Cousins. And Diggs has it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
First down, Vikings.
41's coming, 41's the Mike. Check.
Hey, Orbit.
41, Mike, 41.
Cousins now to throw on first down. It's complete to Diggs. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Check.
Bravo.
To the air again, it's Cousins. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
41's the Mike, 41's the Mike. Check, 41. And here we go, watch the pass.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Here we go.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Watson. He's got Fuller. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with him. Guys.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it, and he will have a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, That means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Next to score, Texans 28, Vikings 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
Let's
At
go.
their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey, Steamer.
4-1 Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys.
Back to it after the pick six. Cousin. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
Let's go.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Check. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Let's go, D. 41's the Mike. 41.
Hey, echo.
Check. 40.
Move. Like the hot.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Minnesota.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Easy.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the out. He's coming. We got double up. Watch the twist.
Yellow. Like that.
Again, it's Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Motion.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
Tight down. There you go. Watch the eye. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From the 50, it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, it must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Here we go. Bring the energy.
Throwing is Cousins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They go play action. Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a 1 possession. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Watson now to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's got the first.